Gordon Parks is considered one of the greatest photographers of the 20th century. His works span over 5 decades, where he chronicled race relations, poverty, the civil rights movement, and urban and rural life. He was once quoted as saying, "I saw that the camera could be used as a weapon against poverty, against racism, against all sorts of social wrongs. I knew at that point I had to have a camera." Park shows the gritty reality of everyday life, allowing viewers to feel the struggles as well as the pain of the subjects immortalized through his photography. In this photo entitled Storefront, Parks photographs Hercules Brown, a general store owner in Somerville, Maine, in front of his store. The frontal lighting shows how the years have weathered both the store and Mr. Brown. In a series for Life magazine, Parks highlights the poverty that plagued Rio de Janeiro in 1961. There, he met 12-year-old Flavio, a young boy with severe health issues who cared for his 7 siblings while his parents worked selling kerosene and bleach. In this, in this picture, Flavio feeds Zacharias. It shows Flavio caring for the youngest member of the family. The frontal lighting shows the poor conditions in which he and his family had endured. The lighting also shows how Flavio's illness ravaged the poor boy's body as he appears frail and underdeveloped. In his next series for Life magazine, Parks chronicled the life of black families living in America's ghettos in 1967. Like the previous series in Brazil, he focuses on the Fontanelli family, an immigrant family consisting of Norman Sr., Bessie, and their 9 children, as Norman and Bessie struggle to care for their family. This picture shows Bessie with 4 of the children seeking assistance from the state. The combination lighting emphasizes the hopelessness in Bessie's eyes as her oldest son stares intently at his mom. Sadness and uncertainty overwhelms the photograph. Outside Looking In is part of a series depicting life in Alabama during segregation. These young black children are watching the white members of the community enjoying a local fair. And even though you only see the back of the children, you sense their disappointment and sadness of not being able to join in. The young girl to the far right comforts the child next to her by putting an arm around her. The 2 girls in the center clutch the fence, knowing that they can never join in the fun due to the color of their skin. American Gothic is a play on the painting American Gothic by Grant Wood. It shows Ella Watson centered in the bullseye view in front of the American flag, a symbol of freedom and liberty that does not reflect Ella's reality, that is rooted in segregation, lack of opportunities, and laws that devalue her humanity. Evening Wrap is an example of Parks' aesthetically evaluative fashion photos. The diffuse lighting and the use of complementary color draws the eye to the model in the red wrap, who appears upset with her gentleman friend. This picture of Martin Luther King, taken on the famous steps of the Washington Monument, shows how the picture has framed him in the center. The positioning feels deliberate, as Dr. King was considered the center of the civil rights movement. And finally, A Great Day in Hip Hop. This photo is a recreation of the 1958 black and white photo, A Great Day in Harlem, that featured 57 jazz musicians. This recreation consisted of 177 hip-hop artists coming together during a time when hip-hop needed healing after the deaths of Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls. Taken in front of the same brownstone 40 years later, the frontal lighting and panoramic shot does not focus on one particular artist. Instead, the photograph represents the soul of hip-hop that is influencing the next generation.